In this session, majorly we will be going to solve thermodynamics problem. So, this is given in the assignment, thermodynamics assignment, and some of the problems we will also solve from different books. So, some of them are gate problem and some are general. So, let us start fast. I am not following any sequence, I am picking the problem randomly, and from there we will be solving from the problems of different topics. So, first problem. At 50 degrees Celsius, temperature 50 degrees Celsius, let us write the data first. The excess volume is given by excess volume of a binary solution, basically it is given by 4x1 x2, where VE is in centimeter cube per mole. For a mixture with x1 is equal to 30 degrees Celsius, sorry, x1 is equal to this 0.3 at 50 degrees Celsius, how much must the pressure be raised to increase the activity coefficient gamma 1 by 1%? So, delta P we have to find out for gamma 1 to 1% means 1.01 gamma 1. So, basically you see that here we have to relate this gamma to pressure, and we know from this excess Gibbs energy relation. What is the theory? Theory is from the excess Gibbs energy relation, Ng by RT equal to Nv by RT dP minus Nhe by RT square dt plus summation of ln gamma I dni, I equal to 1 to n. So, definitely this Nv by RT which we have discussed previously is del P of Ng by RT at constant temperature Ni equal to Nv by RT. So, further if we take the derivative of this equation with respect to Ni at constant temperature, pressure and Nj, so this so here we will have Vi bar E divided by RT. So, now if I interchange the order of the derivative, we have my working equation to solve this problem, del ln gamma I del P at T Ni is equal to Vi bar E divided by RT, right. So, here V is given, so obviously NVE is 4 N1 N2 divided by N. So, del of NVE del N1 at TP N2, which is V2 bar, that is 4 into N2 N square N minus N1. So, 4 x2 square. So, V2 bar becomes 4 into x2 square. Now, you see del ln gamma 1 del P is equal to 4 into x2 square divided by RT. So, now my problem is solved. So on the left hand side, if I integrate it from gamma 1 to 1.01 gamma 1, d ln gamma 1 will be equal to 4x2 square divided by RT into delta P, right? So this is ln of 1.01 is equal to 4. Now x1 equal to 0.3, so x2 equal to 0.7, so 0.7 square, 8.314 into temperature, that is 50 degree, so 273 plus 50, that is 223. And delta P you will get in Pascal, right? From there we can solve the problem, and we can get this delta P from here. Okay. So that's quite interesting problem, because we are using here a kind of relation which is not so straightforward, right? It's not a kind of mainstream relation which we are habituated with. So you see, so this rate of change or change of this activity coefficient with respect to pressure or activity coefficient with respect to temperature, in the first case it will become Vi bar E by RT, and in the second case it is minus of Hi bar E divided by RT square. And remember that same problem we can actually change a bit. Instead of this gamma, we can write this phi I cap also, because the excess residual fundamental residual property relation also gives you that del ln phi I cap del P is equal to Vi bar R. Here it will be a residual volume excess instead of excess volume divided by RT, or minus of, or this del ln phi I cap del T is equal to minus of Hi bar R by RT square. So the similar type of relations may be used to solve this similar type of problem. Okay. Next, for a binary mixture, we are asked to calculate that for a binary mixture, this ln of gamma 2 by gamma 1 dx1, that we have to solve. For a binary mixture, what is the value? Okay. So, you see that we have GE by RT, GE by RT is equal to x1 ln gamma 1 plus x2 ln gamma 2, right? x1 ln gamma 1 by x2 ln gamma 2. Now d dx1 of GE by RT is equal to x1 ln gamma, sorry, x, or let's take the derivative of the numerator, differential of the numerator. Like directly we can write that dx1 ln gamma 1 dx2 ln gamma 2 plus x1 dln gamma 1 x2 dln gamma 2, right? So this part is 0 according to Gibbs duhem equation, and here it gives you exactly del n gamma 1 minus ln gamma 2, right? Because minus is coming because dx2 is minus of dx1, and that's nothing but ln of gamma 1 by gamma 2. So we are replacing it in terms of 0 to 1 G by RT or d dx1 G by RT dx1. So it's basically G by RT between 0 and 1. So you see that G by RT at the two marginal limits of this mole fraction vanishes. Why? Because this we have also discussed in thermodynamics lecture. So G by RT 0, it is limit x1 tending to 0 or x2 tending to 1 ln of gamma 2, and gamma 2 tends to 1 when x2 tends to 1. It's a general universal property. So obviously when gamma 2 is 1, this is becoming 0, and same will be true for x1 equal to 1, and as a consequence my answer is 0, right. So ln of gamma 2 by gamma 1 or gamma 1 by gamma 2, anything basically. Here I have written it to be, here we can put a minus sign and there will be a minus sign, but the results will be the same. So ln of gamma 1 by gamma 2 versus x1 plot, actually it will be symmetric, right, or symmetric in terms of area. That what I am trying to mean, that if I plot ln gamma 1 by gamma 2 versus x1, it will be a kind of plot like this. Okay. It may be a straight line, it may be a straight line or close to straight line, but this area and this area will exactly cancel out each other, which is the geometric implication of this integral equal to 0. Now let's solve a gate problem of 2016 of 2 marks. So this is 2016 2 marks problem. What is that? This is also based on this excess Gibbs energy. A binary system at a constant pressure with species 1 and 2 is described by 2 suffix Margulies equation, and the Margulies equation is also given. Here they are using a notation of small g to represent the value of excess Gibbs energy per unit mole. So that is given as 3x1 x2. Done? Where G is the molar excess Gibbs free energy, T is the temperature xi with the mole fraction of species I respectively. At temperature T, G1 by RT equal to 1 and G2 by RT equal to 2. Also given, see, pure species value G1 by RT equal to 1 and G2 by RT equal to 2, where G1, G2 are the molar Gibbs free energy of pure species 1 and 2 respectively. At the same temperature, G represents the molar Gibbs free energy of the mixture, right. Now for a binary mixture of 40 mole percent of species 1, that means x1 is equal to 0.4 and x2 is equal to 0.6, and G, it's also given that G is what? G is represents the molar Gibbs free energy of the mixture, that is equivalent to the specific solution property. Molar Gibbs free energy, molar Gibbs free energy of the mixture. Right? So G is the molar Gibbs free energy of the mixture, and G by RT is to be calculated. We have to calculate G by RT. So you see what is the implication here. We know that del G or del G by RT, because of mixing Gibbs energy change or mixing property change, what we know, delta M mix is equal to m minus summation of mi xi, right. So, here it will be g divided by RT minus g1 by RT x1 minus g2 by RT into x2. So, g by RT is equal to this del g by RT mix plus g1 by RT x1 plus g2 by RT x2, right. Now, we have to calculate this del g mix by RT. So, again if you look into this equation, so del m mix, you see here we are using the summability relation to represent this m in terms of partial molar properties mi xi, and further we can write that this is mi bar id plus mi bar e into xi minus mi xi. So, mi bar id minus mi xi plus here this will sum up to total excess energy. So, this is Gibbs energy or mixing property change for ideal solution plus excess property. So, we can write that delta G by RT mix is equal to delta G by RT mix ID plus GE by RT, right. So, delta G by RT mix for ideal solution, we have established from Gibbs theorem that delta G by RT mix is equal to summation of xi ln xi, right, I equal to 1 to n. Because we have proved that delta G mix ID is equal to RT summation of xi ln xi, which should be always negative for spontaneous process like mixing, and it is becoming negative because of logarithm of this fraction, xi is a fraction. So, what will be my solution then? G by RT will be equal to x1 ln x1 plus x2 ln x2, that is for ideal, right, plus the excess 3x1 x2 plus g1 by RT into x1, so 1 into x1 plus 2 into x2. So, now you substitute the values of x1 equal to 0.4 and x2 equal to 0.6 here, so you will get the answer, okay. So, G by RT is naturally dimensionless, so there will be no unit pertaining to this expression. Okay, this is also GATE problem of 2010, which is related to partial molar property. At constant temperature and pressure, the molar density of a binary mixture, this is molar density, right. Molar density of a binary mixture is given by 1 plus x2, where x2 is a mole fraction of component 2. the partial molar volume at infinite dilution for component 1. So, you have to solve this V1 superscript infinity. So, you see this molar density, if we just take the reciprocal, it will become the molar volume. So, V is equal to 1 plus x2, right, and x2 is equal to N2 by N. So, NV, because we have to find V1 bar first, NV is equal to N plus N2. So, del of NV, del N1 at TPN2, it's equal to 1. Okay, sorry, what we are doing here, we have to take the reciprocal. 1 divided by 1 plus x2. So, it is 1 n divided by n plus n2, right. So, NV is equal to, so NV is equal to n square divided by, or n square divided by n plus n2. So, del of NV, del n1, n plus n2 whole square, n plus n2 whole square, am I correct here? N2 by n goes to numerator, n plus n2, it is fine, NV. So, here it will be 2n, n plus, not n2 square, n2, n plus n2 minus n square into derivative with respect to n1, so it is 1. So, this is 2n square plus 2n n2 minus n square divided by n plus n2 whole square. So, it is n square plus 2n n2 n plus n2 whole square. So, let us check again. So, obviously, this V1 bar infinity, I am not going into that expression, searching for this expression, we can do that. See, basically, if I take n square common, 1 plus 2, n2 divided by n, so it is x2, and here if I take n square common, 1 plus x2 whole square, right. So, this cancels out. So, V1 bar infinity, yes, V1 bar infinity equal to, this is V1 bar, right. So, V1 bar infinity is equal to limit x1 tending to 0 and x2 tending to 1, V1 bar. So, if x2 tends to 1, this is 1 plus 2 and denominator, so numerator is 2, sorry, numerator is 3, 1 plus 2 and denominator this 1 plus here 1. So, 2 square is 4, so 0.75. So, that is the answer. Yeah. So, this we have to note, the primary crux of this problem is to change this rho to V, right, nothing else. And rest is simply you have to follow the normal meaning of these equations and the terms, like partial derivative with respect to n1 gives you the partial molar property, and from there how to solve this infinite dilution property. Next, this is not a gate problem, but it's interesting one to solve. What is the problem? Excess Gibbs free energy of a certain binary liquid mixture is given by G by RT equal to A x1 x2, and the parameter A at pressure 101.3 kilopascal, the parameter A, how it changes? 0.479, 0.458, then 0.439, 35, 40, this is in degree Celsius, and 45. Right. Determine the expression of He by RT and AC by R and activity coefficient at 40 degree. So, here at 40 degree, G, what we have to solve? He by RT, AC by R, and this activity coefficient gamma 1. So, you see this is the typical two suffix Margulies model. So, ln gamma 1 will be equal to, if you take the derivative, Ax2 square, right. So, we have to solve for this expression. So, A is at 40 degree, it is 0.548. So, directly we get the answer 0.548 x2 square. So, that is the answer for ln gamma 1. Now, whenever you are solving this He and AC, how to solve this? So, here we have to use the relation that He by RT square with a minus sign is del T of this Nge by RT, right. So, that is NHE by RT square. So, obviously, this is a derivative at constant pressure and Ni. So, we can write minus of He if we drop this term N. So, minus of He by RT square is del T of G by RT at P Ni. So, this is del T of A, which is a function of T, into x1 x2, right. So, it is coming to be del A, or rather dA dt, because x1 x2 are not a function of T, dA dt into x1 x2. So, you have to solve for this dA dt at this 45 degree, at this 40 degree. So, dA dt we can write at 40 degree will be definitely equal to 0.439 minus 0.479 divided by 45 minus 35. So, taking this at the midpoint, so it is a kind of this central difference scheme, right, from which we can solve for this dA dt and get the expression. So, you see that this is smaller than this. So, this dA dt is negative, A decreases with temperature. So, we will get the positive excess Gibbs energy, right. And finally, we have to solve for this AC by R. So, AC by R is pretty simple, because we know that GE is equal to HE minus TAC. So, GE by RT equal to HE by RT minus AC by R. So, AC by R equal to HE by RT minus GE by RT. So, So He by RT, you have the expressions of minus of dA dt into x1 x2, and G by RT we already know as A into x1 x2. So from there, upon substitution of the values, we can get this SE by RT. Right. Here again this derivative relation between this enthalpy, entropy, or particularly enthalpy to excess Gibbs energy is being used. Okay. This 2015 GET problem, 2015 2 marks problem. Binary mixture of component 1 and 2 forms an azeotrope at 130 degrees Celsius. Azeotrope at 130 degrees Celsius, and x1 is equal to 0.3. Right. The liquid phase non-ideality is described by again two suffix Margulis model. Ln gamma 1 is equal to Ax2 square, Ln gamma 2 is equal to Ax1 square. That's given. Where gamma 1, gamma 2 are activity coefficient, x1, x2 are the liquid phase mole fraction. For both the components, fugacity coefficients are 0.9 at Fugacity coefficients are 0.9 at the azeotropic composition. So phi 1 cap, phi 2 cap equal to 0.9 at azeotropic composition. Right. Saturation pressures at 130 degree, P1 sat is 70 bar and P2 sat is 30 bar. The total pressure for above azeotropic system. So total pressure we have to solve for this azeotropic system. Temperature is given. So you know from this VLE, okay, let me write that VLE, Y1P into phi 1 cap is equal to x1 gamma 1 P1 sat. And Y2P into phi 2 cap is equal to x2 gamma 2 P2 sat. What we have to note for azeotropic system, this y1 is equal to x1 and y2 is equal to x2. So this simply cancels out. So here you see that we can directly write P into phi 1 cap, phi 2 cap are all same, 0.9 is equal to gamma 1. Gamma 1 is equal to exponential of A into x2 square, A into x2 square into this P1 sat, right. So everything is known except this value of A. So A is to be solved. How we can solve A? We know that at azeotropic composition, we can write y1 by x1 is equal to y2 by x2, right. So y1 by x1, y1 by x1, or rather this x1 by y1, it's everything is same. So it is P into phi 1 cap divided by this gamma 1 into P1 sat is equal to P into phi 2 cap gamma 2 into P2 sat, right. So this cancels out as phi 1 cap is equal to phi 2 cap. So gamma 1 P1 sat equal to gamma 2 P2 sat. Right. So gamma 1 is equal to exponential of ax2 square into P1 sat is equal to e to the power ax1 square into P2 sat is there. So e to the power a x2 square minus x1 square, if I divide, it will be P2 sat by P1 sat. Okay. So that gives you e to the power a into x2 minus x1, because x1, x2 plus x1 equal to 1 equal to P2 sat by P1 sat. So if we take a, so a is a into x2, x2 is 1 minus x1, right? So 1 minus 2x1 is equal to ln of P2 sat by P1 sat. So x1 equal to 0.3, so a into 0.3 into 2.6, so a into 0.4 equal to ln P2 sat is 30, right, P1 sat is 70. So from there we can get the value of a, and that a if I substitute here, so this a if I substitute here, I will get the pressure P. So be very careful about the units, okay. But here, as this P1 sat should have the same unit as that of P, so we'll get the P in bar if we replace P1 sat by this 70 bar, okay. So that's get 2015 2 marks problem. A very similar problem of this is an exercise problem of Smith, Van Ness and Abbott, right, chemical engineering thermodynamics. So I have also listed that problem here. So let's solve that. The problem has 3 different parts. Now first, the statement. For a binary system, the excess Gibbs energy of a liquid phase is given by G by RT equal to AX1, X2, where A is a function of temperature. Assuming modified Raoult's law to be valid. So let's write modified Raoult's law to be valid, right. Modified Raoult's law to be valid, show that the relative volatility of species 1 to species 2 at infinite dilution of species 1, the given by some expression. So what I have to find out? Alpha 1 2 at x1 tending to 0. What is the expression? That we have to solve. Okay. So you see, in general, alpha 1 2, how it is defined? Y1 by x1 divided by y2 by x2. Now y1 into p is equal to x1 into gamma 1 into p1 sat, the modified Raoult's law for component 1, and same for component 2 is this. So y1 by x1 is equal to gamma 1 p1 sat by p, y2 by x2 gamma 2 p2 sat by p. So capital P cancels out and it gives you gamma 1 p1 sat divided by gamma 2 p2 sat. Correct? So alpha 1 2's expression, gamma 1 by gamma 2, gamma 1 here we know that here again ln gamma 1 is equal to ax2 square, ln gamma 2 is equal to ax1 square. So e to the power ax2 square by e to the power ax1 square p1 sat by p2 sat. So this becomes e to the power a x2 plus x1 into x2 minus x1 into p1 sat by p2 sat. So this is e to the power a, as we have just solved, 1 minus 2x1 into p1 sat by p2 sat. Right? So next we have to put the limit x1 tending to 0. So limit x1 tending to 0, alpha 1 2, its limit x1 tending to 0, e to the power a 1 minus 2x1 into p1 sat by p2 sat, and it's giving you e to the power a into p1 sat by p2 sat. Right. Next, Henry's law constant of species 1. Second, Henry's law constant of species 1 is given by K1 is equal to P1 sat into e to the power a. So that we have to prove. Okay. So what is Henry's law? Henry's law states that Fi cap ID is equal to Ki Xi, and this is valid in the limit Xi tending to 0. So, or rather Fi cap divided by Xi with limit Xi tending to 0, this is equal to Ki. So we have here, you see, we have the expression for gamma 1, and gamma 1 equal to what, or gamma I is equal to what? Fi cap divided by Fi naught Xi. Fi naught is a standard state property, a standard state fugacity, right? So this is limit x1 tending to 0, because it is for component 1, f1 cap divided by x1 is equal to limit x1 tending to 0 gamma 1 into f1 naught, right, f1 naught. So gamma 1, so here let's put this limit x1 tending to 0 e to the power a x2 square into f1 naught. Now this reduces to x1 tending to 0, x2 tending to 1. So this reduces to limit x1 tending to 0 e to the power a into f1 naught. Now f1 naught, the standard state fugacity, this is the standard state fugacity. Now you see this when this Margulies model is valid, then we have gamma 1 is equal to y1p divided by this x1 p1 sat, right? So this is f cap divided by fi 0, fi cap by fi 0. So how to replace, the point is how to replace this f1 naught, right, the standard state fugacity of component 1. So if I consider simple solution, it is simply fi, it is fi, and limit x1 tending to 0 e to the power a into f1, that is the pure species fugacity. Now, pure species fugacity, see here comes a point. We have to solve limit x1 tending to 0, or rather what is f1. Pure species fugacity, what will be the value? Right. Now, for pure species fugacity, and x1 is pure species fugacity, what will be the value? So, yeah. Here y1p as the modified Raoult's law is valid, we can write f1 is equal to limit x1 tending to 0, or sorry, limit x1 tending to 1 f1 cap, correct. Limit x1 tending to 1 f1 cap, right. So, these two are fugacity expressions. So, we can write, why? Because in modified Raoult's law paradigm, we consider the gas to be ideal, and for ideal gas the partial pressure is the fugacity, whereas for liquid this is Fi cap. So, limit x1 tending to 1 x1 gamma 1 P1 sat. Now, x1 is 1. Now, gamma 1 will be also equal to 1 in the limit x1 tending to 1. So, this becomes P1 sat, and essentially we get the result as e to the power a into P1 sat. This is bit conceptual, try to understand. Again I will explain that Henry's law we have tracked down from the very basic definition, and here we have used this definition of gamma as Fi cap divided by Fi naught xi. So, we have replaced it and we have used it. Now, standard state fugacity equal to pure species fugacity for a simple solution, right. Simple solution means all the components in pure form exist in the same physical state as that of the solution. So, now it is a question to solve how to solve this pure species fugacity. So, pure species fugacity we have solved in this way, and from there I am giving the answer as e to the power a into P1 sat. The second part of this problem is quite conceptual, and that you have to understand from this idea point of view. Yeah. Okay, this is 2013 2 marks gate problem. A binary liquid mixture is in equilibrium with a vapor at 300 Kelvin, binary VLE, right. It is a binary VLE. The liquid mole fraction x1 of species 1, x1 is 0.4. The molar excess Gibbs free energy, that is, we use the notation capital G, and for the solution it is N into G. So, it is all the same, but one of the problem in 2016 we have seen that they are using small g. So, it is all the same. So capital G by RT is 200 joule per mole, right? The value of universal gas constant 8.314, I am not writing it, it is given joule per mole per Kelvin, and gamma I denotes the liquid phase activity coefficient of species I. Now ln gamma 1 it is given 0.09. The value of ln gamma 2 we are asked to solve, right? It is very simple. Basically we have to use the summability. And what is the summability? G by RT is equal to summation of xi ln gamma I. So 200 is equal to x1. x1 is how much? 0.4. So 0.4 into 0.009, sorry 0.09 plus x2 which is 0.6 into ln gamma 2. So from there we have to solve gamma 2, right. So it is very simple, but it uses one of the fundamental equation of thermodynamics, and that is the summability relation. So let us solve another problem of this. Okay, this is a very good problem, 2018 2 marks problem. An azeotropic mixture of ethanol and water. Listen the question very carefully. Azeotropic mixture of ethanol and water is to be separated in distillation column using benzene as entrainer. At the column operating condition, two liquid phases are formed on a tray. The degrees of freedom of the system for the choice of intensive properties at equilibrium is. Now we know that degrees of freedom is equal to C minus P plus 2 minus R. R is a special constraint. Now how many components are there? Ethanol, water and benzene. So it is 3 minus how many phases? Here it stated that two liquid phases are there, additionally there will be another vapor phase, so it is 2 plus 1, 3, right. So at the column operating conditions, two liquid phases are formed. The degrees of freedom of that system for the choice of intensive properties at equilibrium, right. So plus 2. But minus it will be 0. Why 0? Initially you see, initially ethanol and water they were in azeotrope, but once you add benzene there is no azeotrope, right. It is a ternary system where benzene acts as an entrainer and it breaks the azeotrope. So this, once you see this word azeotrope you should not subtract 1. You have to understand that ethanol water plus benzene is the system. Ethanol water singly was the azeotrope, but whenever we are adding benzene, this azeotropic condition is actually it's being terminated by the addition of benzene, right. And we have two liquid phases and a vapor phase in the property or in the distillation column, and degrees of freedom, so it is 3 minus 3 plus 2 minus 0, so it is 2. Okay. Okay, see. The standard Gibbs free energy, it is a reaction equilibrium problem. A standard Gibbs free energy change and enthalpy change at 25 degree. This is 2008 2 marks problem. Standard Gibbs free energy change and enthalpy change at 25 degree So delta G 298 and this is equal to minus 4650 joule per mole, and delta H 298 it is minus 3640 joule per mole. Right. For a reaction with the reaction is CH3COOH, the acetic acid reacting with ethanol giving this C2H5 plus H2O. So what is asked? If the solution is ideal, right? If the solution is ideal and enthalpy change is assumed to be constant, this is constant. The equilibrium constant at 95 degrees. So K at 95 degrees Celsius we have to solve. And right. So 95 273 plus 95 861 368. So the thing is, we have to know that delta G naught equal to minus RT ln K. Okay. And D of, or rather del of delta G naught by RT del T is equal to minus of delta H naught by RT square. So this is minus d ln K dt minus del H naught by RT square, so minus minus cancels out. So these two are the equations we have to use. So you see, first we will solve at t equal to 298 K. 298 will be exponential of minus of del G naught at 298 divided by RT. So that gives you that exponential of minus 4650 divided by 8.314 into 298. So we can solve this K 298. So but we have to get this K 368, and if we integrate this equation, ln of K 368 divided by K 298 is equal to delta H naught by R 1 by T square. The integral is minus of 1 by T, so the limit will change. So 1 by 298 minus 1 by 268. So del H naught at 298, this is remaining constant. It is it will be plus, right? It is minus it is given. Yeah, it is plus. So this is minus 3640 divided by 8.314 into 1 by 298 minus 1 divided by 368. So from there, as we know this value, this is already known, we can solve this one. Okay. So that's all for this session. In the next session, we will continue solving this thermodynamics problem. Thank you.